So when we break down the Great Commission, I want you to see three things. First, the governing imperative in the Great Commission is to make disciples of all nations. That is the primary verb. And so everything in the Great Commission is centered around making disciples. But within the Great Commission, there are three participles. There are three subordinate commands that are given: to go, to teach, and to baptize. So when you're thinking about your concrete vision for the ministry, the concrete vision is to make disciples. But those three subordinate factors inform how you go about making disciples. And so when we say go, what this tells us is that we are a relational ministry. Your ministry is not a program. A program is, we're here at the church, and if you have a need, just come on down. What Jesus tells us about disciple making is that the arrow is pointed out. We go into the world. We initiate with students. We go to their games. We call them. We text them. We write them letters. We invite them to go to coffee. A good example of this is Young Life. They are great at pursuing students and initiating relationships. And so the first part of your vision needs to be considering going. How are you going to pursue students? Secondly, we see that it talks about teaching. Youth ministry is fundamentally a relational ministry, and it's a teaching ministry. So teaching the Bible and sharing the gospel are central to your concrete vision for your youth ministry. The Bible and the gospel, the teaching and the proclamation of those things should be an integral part of everything that you do. And then finally, baptizing. Baptizing in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Now, for some people who are in youth ministry, they're ordained and they have a sacramental ministry. But for most people, administering the sacraments is not a huge part of their ministry. But here's the thing to understand, is that when we talk about baptizing people, you're baptizing them into the family of God. You're baptizing them into Christian community. So for most youth pastors, what baptizing can be understood as, or the relevance of baptizing, is really forming community, forming a fellowship where kids feel like they have a group of friends, where they feel like they have real Christian community, where they're known, they're understood, and they're cared for, and they're loved. And so to break that down, the overarching concrete vision of youth ministry is to make disciples.